What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Sound Design Lab. I'm Hakobo, and today I'm excited to bring you a very insane Tearout growl. Goes something like this. So, super excited to show you this. Be looking forward to a bunch of Tearout sounds over the next couple weeks because I've been experimenting with some filters and it's been going really well. And I'll touch up on that later, so look forward to that. Now, just diving into the bass, it's actually a lot simpler for this one than I thought it was going to be. We're going to go ahead and use both our oscillators and just throw this really quick on ReCMS 2. And then this on pulse width modulation inception, bam. And it's going to be our typical FM from B, so we're going to knock this up 2 octaves. We're going to turn the level down on both our oscillators actually. Make our LFO real quick, which is just clicking the dot, holding Alt, and bringing it to the second line where it snaps, and leaving everything else the same. We're going to go ahead and modulate the level. We're going to go ahead and modulate the wavetable position of oscillator B all the way over, so it does this cool like. That's what we want. And we're going to go ahead and turn our FM from B on to 44, which is a really good spot in my opinion, because when you put the LFO on and bring it down to 7, it's just a very good balance. Maybe not right now, but you'll see in a second. And what we're going to do with this bass is we're going to just crank the unison of both oscillators up to 16. And that's just give us a super wide sound. When you turn off the random, you get this really interesting noise out of it that's like almost lasery. It's kind of hard to describe, but you can actually fix this by going into your global and turning on super on the bottom right here. And I don't know why this is on 2 and 100. Maybe that's the default position, but if I hold control and click the middle right here, it'll reset it to what I want it to be, which is 50 and 24. So that just messes with the range of the unison and how wide it is, and you can create different sounds by bringing this down to like 1 or 2 on both sides. I would definitely recommend experimenting with that as you go through the sounds. But with that, we have literally just nothing right now. But we're going to mix it up some more to just bring some sound out. We're going to actually modulate the detunes on both of these. So let's go ahead and bring, just like this, the last half for the first one, and then we can bring this down to 10 and maybe just modulate it to like 11 or so. And I think that still kind of the same. Let's go ahead and throw a sub and direct it out real quick, bring this down to like 30, and because I don't want to get rid of it completely because it'll sound better when we have more stuff going on. And let's go ahead and throw our first filter on, which is going to be the classic way to get some more growl val out of our sound, which is to turn on a high pass notch combination. Put this on 70, and with each sound I feel like there's a different range you can use for the cutoff filter. And just for this, it's going to be really subtle. We're just going to turn it on 70 hertz, and then do a LFO of 20. Turn the resonance right in the middle on 50, and then we can go ahead and put the frequency right here on 70. And this is a good spot I find in general is with any sound is putting it on 70 and then knocking it back 30 with the LFO. So I believe that covers this front part. You can put on noise, but it's already very noisy. So the high notch is what gives us that really cool growl val right there. That's what we're looking for. So now if we go into effects, we can just simply do a few things, not too much. It's not going to actually be that crazy. I love Diode 2, and I think on Diode 2 I just literally have it on 30, which, oh, excuse me. There we go. And then to get a little bit more growling out of it, I do this thing with a lot of my sounds actually, is I turn the EQ on and use it as a filter. So let's turn the this on to 50. Let's put the gain on about 8 with a peak right there. Make sure you turn the peak on or else you won't get the same sound. And then you just modulate it about like 36 or 35 to 36. I really take it from the I took it from my reference. and I just tried to take the LFO from my reference that I used to remind myself of things and just tried to bring it over onto this knob. Let me tell you, I got little sleep because of the video I posted last night, which I was actually really proud of. Let's see here, 1700 is where I put this one. And then let's go ahead, and with this, you do it the opposite way. Let's see, about 17. And this one you do downward. So we do it down about also 8, but -8. And that gives us a cool, yeah, that's what's up. So the last thing that I did with this sound is I just used a filter, and in order to kind of shape the, I guess you would say, frequency. I mean, that's all filters do, is shape frequencies. But I found that going through and playing with all the phaser ones, that if you went in here, if you put the LFO on the resonance to 70, and then just bring the cutoff all the way down to 8, and then just put it up to about 10, it kind of fixes some of the frequencies that I had problems with the bass. Great, right? So that sums up the sound. Now, all I did to kind of make it a little bit better, and with this, don't worry about this stuff. Oh, did I really do that? That's kind of lame. Let's reset that. So obviously, I forgot I had that one on. This is just a compressor for, it's just to turn back the volume a little bit, and then this is just a limiter. I didn't actually turn it up, so there's nothing actually like distorting the sound or making it, you know, better, I guess you could say. But you can, I do have this right here, you can put it on this parameter, and I have at about 450 a notch, a small notch right here, bring you down some of the frequencies, and then around 6500 I boosted it up about, I would say 3 decibels. And that was just to get rid of this overbearing frequency right here, and then give it a little bit more clarity. You can also boost where I had it right here. That was just me playing around with the master and forgetting that I had it on, but I turned it off. And that wraps up the sound. It's very versatile. You can go through and play with the wavetables. You can play with the octaves. You can play with the cutoff filter. You can play with the flanger and the phaser. You can throw a compressor on. You can throw an OTT on. You can throw Trash 2 on, which I'm going to make a video about later because Trash 2 is really cool and I really recommend it. You can come in here and play with the range. Like if you bring the range down to 2, I think it was 2. Listen to that. That sounds cool. So hope you like the sound. That's going to be it today. If you like the video, go ahead and leave a like and subscribe because I really appreciate that. If you want to leave any feedback or request a sound, I do read all my comments. So looking forward to that. Other than that, I hope you have a great day.